life when your wife and your children are disoriented, in pain. That's the time to man up. What did I do in that moment? I told Carol, I said, look at me, didn't I? I said, look at me, just look at me, just concentrate, look at me. Don't think about the pain, just look at me. And from that first moment that I did that, all the way until Christopher was born, that was how, part of how she got through it. Because that's what your wife and your children, I'm talking to you guys about your future. That's what your wife and your children are going to need from you. You may not be able to do anything. There wasn't anything that I could do. But I learned why God made us the way he did, guys. You will find that your wife, your sisters, your mothers, many times all they need you to do is just be there. You don't have to say anything, just be there. In that moment, she just needed me to be there. Reminded her of the breathing exercises. Remember how we was going to breathe? We was going to say 2 in and 2 out. And I started mixing them up to get her mind off of the pain. All right, let's do 2 breaths in, 3 breaths out. I started mixing up the pattern just to get her, stay here, stay with me. And she would close her eyes when the contraction would hit. And I say, don't close your eyes. Stay out. The word God gave me in the moment, I said, stay out here with me. Don't internalize. Stay out here. Stay out here. I kept saying this. Stay out here. Stay out here with me. That's what it takes. And I will say this, guys, the phrase that they used to use growing up, they used to always say the grass looks greener on the other side. And that other lady, that other sister, the relationship can seem like it's so great because she talks and she listens and she seems to be there, and there will be times. My wife and I have had hard times. Carol wasn't much of a communicator at first. She was very quiet. I had to pull words out of her. And we went through a season where our relationship was strained and we weren't talking very much. We had 3 children. Life was very hectic. We reached a time in a season where the only thing we had to go from was those first 4.5 years of foundation that had been laid in our marriage when it was just the 2 of us. Because there was no more time for having long talks late into the night. There was no regular sex. All you can go from is, I know that you love me. And I know that if you could, we would. Oh, that's going to be a tough one, but you will encounter this reality.